I'm your Slocum 23. You're joining me for Nightbound Chapter 15, Laissez, Temps, Rouler. Morning after your victory over Thomas and a skeletal horde, the city's abuzz with preparation for the annual Mardi Gras parade. Early in the afternoon, you and Vera stop by the hospital where your friend Kristen is finally being released. Can you believe we're really here, about to pick up Kristen? And it feels like waking up from a nightmare, almost as if yesterday never happened. I know what you mean, and I'm so here for it. We deserve a little sunshine, right? We sure do. Oh, I think, yep, there's our girl now. Kristen emerges from the revolving doors, squinting up into the sunlight. She catches sight of you and Vera, squealing with delight as she rushes over. Happy day, friends! I'm free! Kristen sweeps you both into a bone-crunching group hug. Ugh, you're gonna crack my ribs, Cookie. Definitely feels like you've got your strength back. Hey, you know I bounce back fast. I've been dying to get back on my feet. It feels like I've been out of commission for forever. Kristen, how are you feeling? I'm almost back to my old self. It's weird. The doctors figured I'd be recuperating for way longer. But I started feeling way better last night. Guess I'm just resilient. And Vera exchange a glance, and you wonder if Thomas's defeat had something to do with Kristen's recovery. Well, color me unsurprised. If anyone were to be nominated most likely to rally, it'd be you. Right? Neither hell nor high water is gonna stop Kristen Jones when there's partying to be done. It is weird, though. I still don't remember anything about the mugging. It's kind of a blur for me, too. Yeah, same. And the bits I do remember, I'd honestly rather forget. A pale descends over the three of you as you recall the blood race attack in the alley, Kristen's unconscious form, and the bouncer's bloodied corpse. Pulling an impatient face, Kristen waves a hand dismissively. Whatever, it's all behind us now. I'm just stoked to be out in time for Mardi Gras. He links arms with you and Vera, and you set off down the street together, the sun shining pleasantly on your heads. Vixen's birthday's week might have got somewhat derailed, but we're finally back on track. You sure you're feeling up to the parade, Cookie? We could take things slow. And miss the most quintessential of NOLA experiences? How dare! Of course we're going, and it's gonna be amazing. I'm ready for tacky cocktails, hot people, and mind-blowingly awesome costumes. Speaking of, there's a costume shop pretty close by, and I think it's still early enough to beat the crowd. Fee to the rescue. Let's go check it out. Laughing, Vera leads you a few blocks down to a hole-in-the-wall shop tucked into a quiet side street. Inside, cool air streams welcomingly you over, and a familiar face smiles at you from behind the counter. Hey, it's this guy. And let's do this. Come in, laissez faire, Shari. Good to see you in one piece. Luke, it's good to see you, too. Can you introduce me to your gorgeous new friend, Vixen? This is my friend, Kristen. We went to college together. Ah, Enchanté, Cristo. How are you enjoying our fair city? Now that I'm out of the hospital, it's been amazing. Hospital? ¿Por qué? Muggers. We were attacked by muggers on our very first night here. Yeah, real monsters, those guys. Luke nods in understanding. Then Kristen, I hope you'll get an extra large dose of Mardi Gras magic tonight to make up for all the hardship. Oh, I'm counting on it. Kristen scampers off to dig through the shelves, and Vera steps forward, offering her gloved hand to Luke. Hi, Oh, I know who you are. Vera's face falls, but a moment later Luke smiles. He clasps her hand in both of his, smiling warmly. And I know what you've done for a girl, Vixen. You're welcome here anytime, Cher. Thank you. So what brings you lovely people to my story? Looking for a little sparkle to wear for the parade? That's the idea. Got any ideas? Way ahead of you, Vixen. This little number is calling your name. Shouldn't you be shopping for yourself? Kristin holds up a stunning Mardi Gras outfit. Are we wearing literally anything? It just looks like string. It looked... I'm serious. Dancing in the street, light up the night with this dazzling party dress. Uh-huh. Oh, no Mardi Gras fanciness. That's not fancy, honey. Maybe next time. Don't worry, Cookie. Soon we'll be covered in beads. You won't even be able to see what's underneath. Oh, I've always dreamed of becoming a human disco ball. To the party! Bidding goodbye to Luke, you head out of the store towards the main strip, following the streams of laughter and music carrying on the breeze. Reach Bourbon Street to find the street teeming with exuberant life and color. Costumes, revelers mill around on the floats, drinks in hand in the bands, with neon painted instruments and the marching past. Ladies, we have arrived. Check out all the vendors. I think I might need to jazz up my ensemble just a smidge. Kristin heads towards the stands. You pause for a moment and tilt your head back, letting the raucous sights and sounds of the parade wash over you. Vera leans in, her voice soft beneath the sounds of revelry. How are you doing, Vixen? You look sort of lost in thought. I'm just... missing Elric. For a moment, your throat feels hot and tight. You swallow back a surge of sadness. All this joy and color, I just feel like he would have loved it. You know? I wonder how many of these he'd been to. What's his favorite part was. Oh, Vixen, I'm so sorry. No, it's okay. It almost feels good, like honoring his memory. You feel a hand on your shoulder and spin around, come face to face with Nick and Cal. Gotta stop meeting like this, Rook. Hey, I didn't think you guys would be here. Me, Miss Mardi Gras? Fat chance of that. Catherine appears behind Nick's shoulder, rolling her eyes. He couldn't possibly miss an opportunity to make a Fat Tuesday joke. Is that what he means? I stopped by the shift earlier to see if you were there, Vixen. Found these jokers instead. Kristin reappears beside you, having festooned herself with pink, blue, and white feather boas. She shoots you a meaningful look, widening her eyes. Hi, are these new friends, Vixen? Yep, Kristin, meet Nick, Catherine, and, Cal. We've spent a lot of time together these past few days. Oh, I'll bet. So great to meet all of you. Now that all the gang's here, who's up for drinks? We have giant margaritas, wine slushies, jello shots. Shot. I'm gonna go with wine slushy. Unless my eyes deceive me, I thought I saw a froze a sign earlier, and now I want one more than life itself. You sure did. I've been eyeing them too. Nick, want to help me get this party started? At your service, ma'am. They jostle their way through the crowd, returning a few minutes later with the plastic martini glasses brimming with pink slush. You know, I wasn't 100% sold on the concept, but I gotta admit, they smell pretty damn refreshing. Just wait till you taste one. You'll never go back to non-frozen adult drinks. Take a glass from Nick and take a frosty sip, closing your eyes as the icy sweetness slides down your throat. Festive. All about you, the sky is striated with the last gilded streamers of the sunset fading into the night. As the mambo music swells, you watch the succession of illuminated floats roll by, marveling at a harlequin, 10-foot dragon, a gilded dragonfly. Some of these are just unsurreal. Is it just the same ones every year? Some are mainstays for sure. Usually the ones that belong to the oldest crews. Crews? Yeah, but okay. They're kind of like social clubs, organizations that run the parades. Some are super exclusive because you can tell the difference between K and C when saying crews. Okay, shut up, Pixelberry! Proteus, Rex, Cleopatra, Endymion, they compete with each other, try to upstage others every year. Lucky as hell, but they do put on a damn good show. As you lean over the security barrier, Cal props himself up on his forearms next to you, his eyes distant and almost wistful. You okay, Cal? You look like you're somewhere else. More like someone else. Just thinking about all the times my dad brought me and Donnie here when we were kids. He loved Carnival. I had a real soft spot for it. Some of the best memories of him are here. He loved Carnival. Okay? You rest a hand on his arm, squeezing gently. He looks over at you, his eyes softening. Well, if you have to be lost in a good memory, I'm glad it's a good one. Hey, look at that one. They built a whole damn castle. The float glides slowly towards you, escorted by ranks of knights riding tall horses. Make way, revelers! Make way for the king! That's a float carrying the king of Carnival. They always have the best throws. Throws? Party favors. Stuffed animals, bracelets, flip-flops, whatever works with the theme. I want to try to catch a throw. Pet one of the horses. Try to catch a throw. Because we've got enough horses coming from Big Country Sky this week. Ooh, me too. What do we do? Are there rules? How do we get the best stuff? Easy, Cookie. All you have to do is yell out, "Throw me something, mister!" I think we can manage that. Ready, Kristen? Born ready. Reaches a hand out to you. Squeezes it. Bouncing on the balls of your feet. Throw me something, mister! One of the knights cocks his head towards the sound of your voice, catches gaze, and grinning wildly, tosses you a glimmering handful your way. Happy Mardi Gras! Ah, I got one. Then curl your fist to reveal. Perfect purple coin. Light as air in your hand. Ooh, you caught a doubloon. They're the most coveted throw loot. I got a teddy bear in chainmail. Tracy's? I love you, and that is adorable. But this coin picked me. The next float is an underwater paradise. A chariot drawing King Poseidon and a flock of gorgeous shimmering mer people with an incandescent scales. Look, that one letting people up to dance. We need to go. Hell yeah, we go. Dance with me, Nick. Catherine. Cal. Farrah. Really? No thanks, fam. I like how she's introduced at the end. Shut up. Farrah. Very beautiful. A mermaid dance party? 1,000 times yes. Reach for her hand and follow Kristen through the security barriers as everyone else shimmies to behind you. The Mer Queen helps you onto the float, her conch crown glinting. Wow, she's gorgeous. Actually, scratch that. Everyone here is gorgeous. I know, right? I'm gonna go see if I can make friends and influence mer people. She wanders off into the press of the lithe, sequined bodies you draw very close to you. She slides her arms gently around your waist, her body undulating elegantly the beat. You draw back a little, admiring her grace. Why are you looking at me like that? Not that I object, to be clear. Because you look amazing. Also, because I'm really, really happy to be here with you. Laughing, she folds herself against you, tucking her face into your shoulder. Me too, Vixen. The happiest, actually. You let your head fall back and look up at the sea of stars overhead, breathing in the night and letting the beat course through you. The song ends, and the two of you part reluctantly. Kristin elbows her way to you, grinning. I just heard the best rumor from a particularly forthcoming merman. A man covered in shimmering blue body paint stands up on a raised platform, addressing the dancers in a booming voice. Listen up, revelers, 'cause it's time for Poseidon's annual party triathlon under the waves. Who will demonstrate the mastery of dancing, drinking, and flirting? Show us what you've all got. You hear a whoop from behind you, and two familiar blonde heads work through the crowd towards the announcer. Chance. Oh, God help me. Oh, yeah! Make way for the two-time champions of Delta Rose, Rush Week, and Dance Showdown! After out drinking the whole lacrosse team, it's gonna be cake. Oh, hell no, we can't let those hotties show us up. Let those hotties. Well, you just lost 10 points. You are now failing. Vixen, can we do it? Please! We have a reputation to defend. She bounces up and down the balls of her feet, giving you beseeching puppy dog eyes. Dance, drink, and flirt your way to victory in this outrageous scene. You'll even have the chance to kiss someone unexpected. Who? Seriously, who's unexpected? Am I gonna kiss, like, a dog? Like, seriously, sit this one out. Nah, fam. We don't want to tire you out too much. Yeah, you did just get out of the hospital literally today, just a couple hours ago. Much as I hate to admit it, I am getting a little worn out. Might be time for me to hang up my party shoes for the night. I'm gonna head back to the hotel. I'm so stoked I got to meet you guys. This was so much a blast. Nice to meet you too. Any friend of Vixen's is a friend of ours too. You want me to walk you back, Cookie? Don't you dare. I'm officially passing the party baton to you. Make me proud, V. You draw Kristin into a tight hug. This was wonderful. I'm so glad we finally got to do this together. Oh, just so you know, you still owe me a very long, very detailed explanation of how you met all these ridiculously hot people. Seriously, they're all absurdly attractive. Like, every last one. Are they even human? You and the others share an amused glance. I'll tell you all the stories over brunch. Now go rest. Waving, she disappears into the thronging crowd. You lean over a little, resting your hands on your thighs. I could actually use a little break myself. Mermaid dance parties really take it out of you. I scoped out a bench a block back. I was thinking I'd take a tequila break if you want to join me. Yes, please. Sounds perfect. You drift away from the others and follow Nick to a slightly quieter street, sitting down on a peeling little bench under a sprawling Mongolian. Nick fishes the flask out of his pocket and takes a swig, his throat working as he swallows. He offers it to you, eyebrow raised. I think I'll take a drink. You sure? I know how you feel about snake tequila. Tonight seems like the right kind of night for snake tequila. Take the flask, warm with his hand, fills it to your lips. Liquid sears furiously down your throat, making you cough a little. Well, it's the opposite of acquired taste. This stuff seems to get worse every time I drink it. Nick shrugs, scooping the flask from your hand and taking another swallow. More for me. Watch him as he takes another swig. His face seems distant, vague, subtle sadness tugging at the corners of his mouth. Is everything okay? You seem kind of subdued. No, just getting ready to wrap things up, you know. It's about that time. Time? What time? Time to say goodbye. Job's over, Rook. We're all standing at the crossroads now, about to head our separate ways. Stared him dumbfounded. So what? This is it? That's all I was to you, a job? He looks over at you, pain, the echoes of inner turmoil etched in his face. Then he clears his throat, shaking his head. Look, it's the way of the world. You gotta do what you gotta... You do what you gotta do, together. And then you move on. You always move on. But Nick... I thought we were friends. A bright, hot burst of anger ripples through you, and you grit your teeth. What the hell, Nick? We've been through so much together. Yeah, I get you were paid to protect me, that it might have started out as business, but I thought we were past that. I thought you actually gave a crap about me. I wish I could tell you that what you want to hear. I really do. But a guy like me can't afford to hang around once the job's done. Not worth much. Not worth it? How can you say that? He stands, pocketing his flask and studiously avoiding your eyes. Look, I'm gonna head back and say my goodbyes to the others. Maybe I'll see you later, Vixen. But if you don't, you'll still be just fine, right? Listen, I don't expect you to understand. I won't be fine. Of course I won't. But this is what my dad taught me. It's the only way I know to make it in the world without letting it grind me down. Your dad? You mean Elijah? Finally, Nick turns to go, and a tear crystallizes into being beside his temple. Now, these are called monster tears. Interesting. If you touch the monster tear, you'll have a chance to meet Elijah and see what Nick was like as a kid. As you touch the cool, shimmering surface of the tear, the sounds of the parade melt away from you, receding like a tide. You find yourself in a cemetery filled with looming, moss-furred crypts, wisps of mist curling around your feet. We're too quick on the draw with that Naga last week, son. I keep telling you, when it comes to serpent forms, you gotta wait till you see the whites of their lizardy eyes. They're too wily for you to ever get the jump on them. You have to let them come to you. Elijah, teasing grin, bumping him with your shoulder. So I was too slow on that rabbit goblin last week, but too fast with the Naga? Make up your mind, old man, which is it? Elijah cuffs you affectionately on the back of the head, a grin threatening to fissure his dour facade. It's whichever one I say it is, you mouthy brat. Them's the rules. Now, seems like these rules of yours keep changing, old man. Ha, that's 'cause I'm the guy who makes 'em, kid, and don't you forget it. Elijah, how'd you learn her? Elijah shoots you a hooded look with a cross-hatched nest of wrinkles around his eyes. You know, I was born into hunting family, kid. Told you a million times. Yeah, but what was it like? You barely ever talk about him. Elijah sucks in a deep, long breath and heaves an explosive sigh. Easier not to dwell on what you've lost, son. You know about that too, I reckon. An image rises of your biological parents, your dad's belly laugh, and your mother's apple-scented braids. And your stomach clenches like a fist. Yeah, I guess I do. We'll talk about them more some other time. You're right. You should know more about our family. Our family? Elijah reaches over and ruffles your hair, his touch smelling familiar of acrid gunpowder and sweet potato. Sweet gunpowder. You're my boy, ain't you? Which means you're my mother's grandson, Zoo. She's was a smart, tough lady. Finest damn night hunter I ever knew, and she'd been proud to know her grandson followed in her steps. A deep, pervasive warmth kindling in your ribcage. Throw Elijah a lopsided smile and skim your graze over the cemetery. The night air seems to exhale pearls of mist, and the moonlight throws long-reaching fingers of shadow off the tombstones. Spooky as all get out in here, but quiet too. You sure there's a feral sniffing around? Dead certain. Too many disturbed, fresh dug graves for late. For it to be anything else. They like their meat alive, but they'll settle for newly dead in a pinch. Pharaohs are nasty bastards. No humanity left in them, just rage and hunger.
Oh, what else do you know about pharaohs?
Only what I read in lore, same as you. Anyone who turns vamp runs the risk of turning feral. That's why they got such a strict clan system over in New York. Supposedly getting branded will protect you somewhat. Sounds like an awfully convenient way for powerful to control the masses, if you ask me. You walk on, the click of your boots on the snaking path, only sound disrupting the dense silence hovering over the graveyard. Interesting, it says it seems like we're Nick. This is actually the first time we're playing as someone.
I don't know, Dad. This place seems, well, dead.
Stay vigilant, son. Them things are infernally quick. Be on you before you got time to blink. When the moment's right, you hit it with water of Fibris to stun it. I'll finish it off.
When the moment's right, how will I know if...
Before the words leave your mouth, you hear a harsh, guttural hiss coming from around the corner. Get the holy water ready, son. He knows we're here. Pharaoh claws its way out of a nearby bush, fangs bared. Headed your way, kid. Your heart jackhammering in your chest, you fumble a flask, softly glowing water from their pocket. The pale, mottled creature scuttles towards you, claws caked with dry blood. Flash it with the water now. Wait until it gets closer. Until it gets closer.
Not yet, not yet.
Pharaoh charges at you, its jaw seeming to unhinge like a snake. With the Pharaoh mere feet away, you hurl the bottle right at the Pharaoh's chest.
Yeah!
The bottle shatters, spraying water Fibris all over the Pharaoh's head, sizzling like acid against its pallid flesh. It shrieks in pain, collapsing into a writhing heap on the ground.
Nailed it! Finish it off, Dad!
It's over to Elijah, waiting for him to level the crossbow, but he's nowhere in sight.
Dad, where'd you...
Pharaoh begins to jerk, clawed hands scrambling at the dirt.
Oh, hell. It's gonna get back up. Dad, where are you?
The Pharaoh shudders, pushes itself back to his feet. Desperately, you search your surroundings for a weapon.
Come on, come on.
Pharaoh lunges just as you spot a short stick lying in the grass beneath a mossy tree. Throw yourself on the ground, grab the stick, and roll onto your back as the Pharaoh bears down on you, clammy, clawed hands seizing your shoulders.
Ah!
Stab upwards with all your strength, plunging the pointed end of the branch deep into the Pharaoh's chest. Creature slumps, its body dissolving into grey ash. You push yourself to your feet, panting, heart thundering with adrenaline. Look up to see Elijah standing over you.
Dad, what the hell? It almost had me. Why didn't you shoot it?
Elijah comes forward and claps, a heavy hand on your shoulder, leveling a stern, unyielding gaze at you. You wanted a steadfast rule, didn't you? One that didn't change. Well, this is it, son. You can't rely on nobody else in this world, not ever. When it comes down to it, you are all you've got. Understand?
But Dad, does that mean I can't even rely on you?
Furious tears sting in your eyes. You wipe them away roughly.
But I thought I was your son. I thought it was you and me against the monsters.
Elijah grips the back of your neck, giving you a rough, warm squeeze. It is, kid, for now, but I won't be around forever, and I can't have you getting lazy, accustomed to leaning on me. It's you against the night, son. No one else can stand with you, not on this road. The vision fades around you, leaving you filled with rage and a lingering, terrible sense of betrayal. You collected Nick's tears. What's that? You also collected all the other tears, too? My god, poor Nick. What a way to grow up. You rush to catch up with Nick, who's striding back to the parade with his hands in his pocket. Catch up with Nick just as he's rejoining the others. Cal grins at you, then furrows his brow, his face creasing with concern. Hey, you alright, Vixen? You're looking a little blue. Yeah, is something wrong? It's nothing, I'm just... Steal a glance at Nick, who's pointedly looking away from you, his jaw squared tight. I'm okay. Just a little tired, I guess. Well, this should cheer you up. Take a look at the next float. Follow Catherine's gaze to an opulent float styled to look like a horse-drawn sleigh in a winter wonderland. Amid the luxuriant fur throw, sparkling wreath, and fake snow swirling in the glow of the Christmas lights, you spot... Is that... She's always the belle of the ball at Mardi Gras. It's the only time she ventures far from the Chateau d'Ecosse. That's surprising. I wouldn't think she'd bother with any mortal celebrations. Who knows why the Fate does what she does. At least she puts on a good show. The Fate's ancient eyes skim the crowd from behind her veil and lock on yours. You feel suddenly cold, paralyzed by the ponderous weight of knowledge in her eyes. Something's wrong. We have to... The words die in your mouth as a series of shrill, terrified screams ricochets through the crowd. A horribly familiar, otherworldly shriek rends the air, slicing through the music, and you turn towards it, seeing a horrifying creature streak towards you, tearing a bloody swath through the parade. Hi. Oh my god, that's Thomas? What the hell happened to him? Next to you, Nick hefts his crossbow on his shoulder. The amulet. We never recovered it. It's been sitting down there marinating in Thomas's blood this whole time. So, in the shaft, it fused with him somehow? Is that even possible? Apparently. Maybe because the same witch brought them both back to life. Maybe Thomas's thirst for vengeance was just that strong. Whatever happened, it's even stronger than before. Hideous creature surges toward you, screeching with infernal fury, effortlessly shredding the gathered revelers into ribbons. The night is shattered, with screams as the crowd panics, bolting in all directions. Beside you, Catherine whirls on outer side. Vera tears off her gloves as Cal falls forward, shifting into a wolf. He screams toward you, bodies flying limply to either side. Cal charges forward, launching himself into the air. Thomas bats him away with one massive bloody claw, sending him sailing through the blood-misted air. Nick runs straight at Thomas, loading a glowing bolt into his crossbow, while Catherine charges forward in a whirlwind of glinting steel. Not today, you bastard. I'm gonna put you... Face contorted in a wild rictus of grin, the creature reaches out and swats Catherine away. Katie, you son of a... Nick reaches for another holy light arrow, but his quiver is empty. He looks to you, his anger bleeding away in a horror and despair. Vixen. The Thomas creature grabs Nick by the throat and hurls him away. Nick crashes into one of the floats, his limp body tumbling down to rest among the sparkling lights. Nick, no! Thomas streaks towards you and Vera, his glowing eyes bulging with rage. Vera, we need to run. Grab Vera's shoulder, spinning her around to face you. Vera, come on, we need to go. Vera shakes off your grip and steps in front of you, palms lifted, her face hardening into resolve. There's nowhere to run, Vixen. Thomas surges towards you. Vera hurls herself into the path, pressing her hand over his face. Black veins creep out over his bony features, and your heart leaps with a burst of hope. Why won't you just die? The black tendrils flicker as they spider a web across his pallid flesh, rubbing in and out of sight and fizzle out like dying sparks. Thomas knocks Varen to the side almost casually, and blurs towards you in a black and crimson streak. Terror surges through you, wild and sickening, and you turn to run, but he's too fast. He lands right in front of you. His claws lash out, glistening with blood, and plunges into your chest, tearing through your flesh, burrowing past your ribcage. The gray, buzzing static subsides. Your vision, like an angry swarm, as an agony beyond any you've ever known roars through your chest. You gasp for air, but all you feel is clawing, rending, slashing pain, consuming you from the inside out. And then, you feel nothing at all. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Interesting. Guess we'll find out what happens in Chapter 16. Well, that being said, I don't know what to say, but hope y'all did enjoy the video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And down in the description below, links to social media, Discord, if you'd like to support me and my content. Did you know that it's free to hit like, hit share, or subscribe? You really should. Especially if you're not already subscribed. And you're like, you know what? I think I want to come back and watch more of your content. You really should. It's also free to just hit the like button. And, hey, you know what? It just takes a couple clicks or a couple taps to hit the share button. Bring your friends, your family, or just share with random strangers on the internet to be like, you know what? Hey, check out this guy's content. You know? You really should. It's free. You know? It only takes just a few seconds. So, that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.